What's the worst candy of all time? Wax lips. Like, what? Wait, those are edible? I thought you just played with them and chucked them after. Those cinnamon bastards that look like butterscotch but it ain't, and now you got a mouthful of fucking thermite that sucks ass. Jelly Belly made some jelly beans to celebrate Harry Potter that tasted like earwax, vomit, etc. They were pretty spot on and quite horrid to experience. Look them up. When those first came out I rushed to get some. So my friends and I decided we'd try a bunch of them at school. My friend ate a black pepper one and just immediately vomited on the ground. And yes, the earwax ones are nasty too. Circus peanuts. Who TF is keeping the Circus Peanut Company in business? Grandparents who don't know how to pick out candy buy it for their grandkids. Parents buy it for their kids because they liked them as a kid. Parents letting their kids pick out candy and the kid doesn't know any better. People who shop the discount racks at Halloween because they don't want to buy real candy. Circuses who are trying to fit a theme. People who hate their friends or family or partners and want to punish them with a crappy Christmas stocking. People who just got a concussion and don't know what's going on by them. That's all I can come up with. Those weird black and orange wax paper candies you get on Halloween. Palmer chocolate. Tastes nothing like chocolate. Cheap holiday chocolate. You know the kind. There is something about the flavorless, waxy chocolate you get in cheap advent calendars though. Nostalgia. Most likely. Mixed chocolates, you always find one that tastes like dirt. I used to know a girl in elementary named Candy. One day she puked on me. So there's that. Bro, imagine naming your kid Candy. It's like you want her to be a stripper. Anything artificial banana flavored. Makes me gag every time. Too many times I have been fooled into thinking that a delicious looking yellow candy was lemon. Only to be shocked and utterly disgusted when the stupid fucking artificial banana demon was hiding in there. Fuck you. Artificial banana. I love banana Laffy Taffy. And since everyone hates it, turns out good for me. 1990 to 2000s babies should remember this. They were the lollipops that looked so pretty. Stars. Bears. Flowers. They were everywhere. Malls. Grocery stores. Pharmacies. Overall the prettiest. The taste? Absolute shit. Did they come on those abnormally long sticks? Like in a bundle? Y'all have clearly never had Chinese candy. A lab member would always bring back a huge assorted bag back from extended trips and it's hilariously awful. None of it is labeled in ways that give any indication about what you're about to consume. Ever had a baby corn flavored gummy? You lucked out on that one. How about the white squishy impossibly chewy yet also teeth gratingly brittle one that tastes like basically nothing? Some sort of bland taffy covered in sesame seeds sound appealing? I don't even remember most of them. I've blanked them from my mind. But it's like the products of a Wonka sweatshop built on a river of Oompa Loompa tears. I have had the experience of Chinese candy. My neighbors in my old house were Chinese. First generation and hardly spoke English when they bought the house. Our kids used to play together. They would send our son home with unmarked, unlabeled candy. They would always make sure that we knew it was a crapshoot though. Some of the candy was delicious. Some, not so much. The problem was, you couldn't get the good stuff because you didn't know what was what. But it all went anyway. My son used to eat some crazy meals at their house too. Real Chinese cuisine. Not Chinese food store food. Ironic part was that they owned a Chinese food restaurant. It was nice to get the real stuff once in a while though. Necco wafers. I mean, it's chalk. Necco wafers are like black licorice. You either hate them or love them. I love me some sugar coke. Fruit stripe gum. 2 seconds of flavor. But it's the best 2 seconds of flavors. Good and plenty. That's my mom's favorite candy. I think it's because they're so gross she knew she wouldn't have to share with her 3 kids. Most grape flavored candies. They taste too much like the children's cold medicine my parents made me take when I was little. It's purple flavor. Those candy necklaces you sweated on. Soggy ass string. New recipe Butterfinger. It's a new recipe? Foo-work. I just thought they didn't taste as good as I remember. Those fucking bastards. Calvin candy. Murd. Circus peanuts. Fun fact, they are supposed to be banana flavored. Black licorice. I hate it so damn much. What were those chalky neon colored dots stuck to paper? I hated those things. Yes, and then you peel them off only to find that they still had paper stuck to the back of them. So you end up eating a few ounces of paper alongside the disgusting candy dots. Peeps. Every year around Easter I crave Peeps. I buy a pack of them. As they don't sell individual Peeps where I'm from. I eat one. Get utterly disgusted at how sugary and bad they are. And throw the rest of them out. Repeat every Easter until I fucking die. Anything Wonka hasn't cleared for public consumption. The opposite of what this thread is about. But I loved Wonka bars and they are no longer made. They were just chocolate and graham cracker pieces, but they were so badass. None of it. Candy is candy and I enjoy it. I like black licorice. Peanut butter taffy. Necco wafers. All of it. Hell. I went through a phase in my life where all I ate were circus peanuts. Like 99% of the candy listed in this thread are candy that I really like. Glad there is another person out there with the same tastes. Those world chocolate bars you sell for fundraising. They taste like wax. Nah man. I don't know about that. I must have sold tens of boxes of those thing in high school within days. People liked the taste of the chocolate bar, or at least preferred it over cafeteria food and the candy bars in the vending machine. Candy corn. It was always given out at Halloween and it was gross. The stick when you run out of Fun Dip. Weirdly enough. The stick was my favorite part of Fun Dip. It's easily dots. Flavor, 0/10. Texture, /10. Ease to eat, 0/10. Sucks, 10/10. Likelihood of getting stuck to your teeth, 10/10. I have an undying hatred for Babe Ruth. I assume you mean Baby Ruth and that you don't have an unhealthy hatred of a 1930s baseball player. Those disgusting orange slice gummies. The ones that are almost always 90% of the time stale and coated in too much sugar. Old people like your grandparents will offer them to you. Plague. I used to love them. Grandma always had some in the kitchen. Licorice. Hands down. Apple Skittles. Fucking abomination. This comment brought to you by the Lime Green Gang. Candy corn. I don't understand how it's so popular in the US. It's grim. I like candy corn. I only ever eat like a few handfuls a year. But those few handfuls are really good until they suddenly aren't. Those little wax bottle things? They weren't the best tasting, but they can't be the worst candy because they're so much fun. Biting the top off and sucking out the juice and then chewing on the wax was so fun as a kid. Those hard sugar-free candies old people try to give out to kids. Necco wafers. Tasted like chocolate chalk. My mom loved those things. Rip mom. You had weird tastes in candy. I want my headstone to read that. Humor Frunzy. He had a really weird taste in candy. Those chocolate coins. They taste like liver problems. Red Hots. Get out. Good and plenty. Black jelly beans. Thrills gum. For me, anything sour. I will eat sour Skittles until my mouth is actually bleeding. Whoppers. Pro tip. If you have your own ice cream cones. But a Whopper in the very bottom before you add the ice cream. By the time you get to the bottom of the cone it would have softened up and it's so good. Source. Local ice cream place does this. The non-existent candy from that candy van driver. Took me hours to hobble home. At least I put M&M's back there. Jawbreakers. No flavor. Pointless. And chipped teeth. I know it's in the name, but how did this become a thing? Except for gobstoppers. They tasted pretty good emo. None. I like them all. Raisinets. What a joke. Put a fucking raisin in my chocolate. Just plain cruel. Love these. Sugar daddy. You're right. Sugar babies are far superior. The daddies are only okay. But they're a vital contributor in the process of creating sugar babies. Necco wafers. Chico sticks. It's just the worst thing. Butterfingers with half the stuff missing and just dry. It tastes like it was made in 1950 and never made again. Orbito honey. The heck is it supposed to be? Honey? A bit. Something in between. Molasses? Black licorice. Or candy with bugs in it. Hell no. I can completely understand the fact that everyone has different tastes when it comes to food. It makes total sense. I love pickles. But I get why other people don't. I hate mushrooms and olives. But it's not a mystery to me why other people do. But black licorice. I cannot understand it. I cannot understand how another human being's tongue can be so different from mine. That black licorice can taste like anything other than pure concentrated evil. I feel like, if you were to be possessed by a demon, that's the taste that would be in your mouth. If there's a Satan, I'm certain that he smells like black licorice tastes. I'm really upset now that I've spent this long thinking about it. Slate pencils. Maybe it's only an Australian thing, but it's like they tried to turn licorice into chalk. It's just powdery crap that does not have any of the redeeming qualities of actual licorice. Circus peanuts. Licorice or anything licorice flavored can go straight in the trash. Nickel nip. I bet you have never heard of that. Don't worry. I had to search for the name. It's those little wax bottles with some sort of juice inside. You have to bite the top off to get the juice out, but some of the wax is bound to get stuck to your teeth. The juice inside isn't even good and not worth getting a mouthful of wax just to reach it. Whoever invented those things can go straight to hell. I kinda liked those. I liked the juice. But I also just like to chew on the wax. IDK. I just liked the sensation. Jolly Ranchers from that one story. What story? I think banana flavored Laffy Taffy is pretty bad. Candy cigarettes. What the hell are those little round pink circles that seem to inhabit every single old person's home? You know. The ones that taste like medication? You probably know what I'm talking about. Does anyone even know if they have a name? Or even where they're sold? I've literally never seen them sold anywhere. They sound like chewable Pepto-Bismol tablets. Which, to be fair, taste better than half the candies on this thread. Edit, maybe Canada Mints? https://www. Walmart.com Canada Mints Pink Winter Green 5 lbs/184,404,561. Those flesh-toned peanut things. I have a theory they only got to make one batch in the early 40s before the factory was converted to make bullets for the war effort. If true. Thank God, because they're awful. Pickled plum and bonito fish flake flavored candy. Of course. Japan. https://www. Napajapan.com Products Ninja Meshi Hard Gummy Candy Plum Tuna Flake. Those gum pieces with the flavor of soap. How weird those were. Were they purple? Candy buttons. Circus peanuts. Nauseated face. I remember as a kid these orange marshmallow looking peanut things. I never knew anyone who bought or ate one. They looked like something you'd protect electronics with.